Mike Sarraille is a retired Navy SEAL officer. You know, the president was presented with some options here. Ground assault on the Strait, seizing Carg Island. But this operation of freedom of navigation, how intelligent does that seem?
While keeping economic strangulation and hitting them with the might of our military. And Jesse, let me tell you, when you add A-10s and Apaches to the fight, having been on the ground and having those overhead, it's like a sigh of relief. I guarantee they are sending out their mosquito boats under, gun. They're probably forcing their people to hit the straits in those small boats.
They don't want to be on those boats.
No. And add that to what Scott Bessent's done with his economic strangulation. He just reported that their soldiers are no longer getting paid. I'll tell you, it's one thing to scream, death to America when you're getting paid and you're feeding your family. But once that stops, the loyalty goes away. And so they're losing control over their regime, which we didn't even think was possible to the extent we've beaten them. But this is a beautiful thing. This is a foregone conclusion. The president just needs time, and the Democrats are on the wrong side of history right here.
Well, it looks like he's patient, and he hasn't panicked and done anything to put Americans in harm's way. So it's a suicide mission, you're saying, to go out on these fast boats, and these guys aren't getting paid, but they're lobbing missiles at our neighbors. Do you expect a major retaliatory action from the United States?
Talk about the composure of President Trump here. This is a masterclass in leadership. This has been an escalation, and he's handled this well. But the next step is to hit him hard. It's to go after the infrastructure, to remove whatever leaders we can, if that's Ahmed Vahidi, who's a former Quds commander who we believe is in charge of the IRGC, continue to remove them. But when I say a foregone conclusion, this is going to end. And this isn't diplomacy or negotiations. This is surrender management, and they're handling it poorly.
So eventually they're just going to hand these guys a piece of paper. These are the terms of the surrender, and they're going to have to sign it whether they like it or not.
What other choice do they have? There is no leverage. The little leverage they have, they know, is the Straits of Hormuz. And, these mosquito boats, they're meeting the biggest fly swatter in the world, known as the U.S. Navy, armed with A-10s now and Apaches. That is a death package to anyone who goes against the United States on those waters. So we are heading in a good direction. This will be solved. We just need the Democrats to stop looking at the 60-day countdown clock like fiends to a fix. And, at this point, I think the Democrats, nothing is worth fighting for. They'd rather live on their knees than die on their feet. And it's almost like Tehran has bought and paid the Democratic Party as lobbyists in Washington. And that's the only other string, is to play our politics against ourselves as well as the globe.
And that is part of their strategy, to divide politically this country, jack up energy prices, and see if it can hurt the president's resolve, which it hasn't so far. The Democrats, if this operation goes smoothly, as we expect it will, and we hope it will, in a month or two from now, if we're kind of cleaning things up down there on the Strait, do you think the Democrats are going to regret anything?
Oh, they're going to regret a whole lot. The fact that they called this Trump's war, I find that wildly offensive. We're
going to have parades when these guys come home.
47 years, 1,000 Americans lost to Iranian hands. This is America's war. And, you look at Trump and what he's done, he's restoring consequences to the world that other administrations just sort of put on blinders and called it instability management. And we allowed the status quo. This needed to be done arguably decades ago. And now we've got a president that actually makes the hard decisions to get it done. And the American people, as well as the left, should be behind him to finish this. And here's the other thing people miss. This is great. Trump first took out Venezuela, and he's going for a four-peat here. If you remove Iran, you remove Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. They lose all financing, material support, operations and planning intel, and they even lose operational training. So he will bring a peace to the Middle East that you and I never thought was possible in our lifetimes.
We always talk about China, because it always comes back to China. As we see these war games that we're conducting with some of our allies in the South China Sea, what kind of pressure does that put on Xi Jinping as the president heads over there in, 2 weeks?
And this was a big concern. The Pacific was a big concern. And we're slowly eroding their leverage as well. I can only imagine that Trump is going to step into that meeting with Xi Jinping and say, did you see what we did over there? Did you see that? That was a masterclass. That was a display. We've put them in a box, much like Russia. Now they've got to buy their oil on the open market, which is going to be costly for them and their economy. Xi Jinping is not in the position he was months ago. And the world and the global chessboard is different. And it's all due to President Trump, who's done more than the past 4 administrations on foreign affairs. We should be applauding him. And when this is finished up, we'll handle the domestic policy. We'll get back to the economy, because the economy is going to recover like nothing we've ever seen before as the price of oil comes back down.
Yeah, a little bit of pain at the pump, but hopefully that's over soon. Mike, good to see you. Thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.